let's talk about bar etiquette in the Philippines. Hey, what is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I'll be, Good Doc. Dr. Mike TV back again, once again. Another installment of the Doc's Honest Tips, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about something very, very interesting, guys. We're going to be talking about the 3 unwritten rules of bar etiquette in the Philippines today. But first time to the channel, guys, make sure you subscribe, notify, do all the good things to make yourself well-versed in the Good Doc's content. Everything we should need to do should be listed in the link in the description there below. I bet you never thought Doc could get this damn spiffy, man. I know, bro. I know. You know what's playing in the background right now? As long as I got my suit and tie. You know that Justin Timberlake song with Jay-Z? That's what's playing in the background right now. Y'all just can't hear it. But today, guys, I got 3 rules that I want you guys to make sure that you note if ever you choose to attempt to go to the bars in the Philippines. These 3 things I believe will be extremely helpful in helping to you avoid certain mistakes and also helping you to take advantage of certain situations. All right, so guys, this is just some Coke and something else. I just chose to put it in a wine glass for dramatic effect. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into number 1. The number 1 bar etiquette rule in the Philippines that I think that all foreigners should know is that no matter how you slice it, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in a bar and a young lady sits next to you, you are required by law to buy her a lady drink, okay? What do I mean by this? If you go to a club and you hanging out and you're at a bar, a little promiscuous bar, you guys know the types of environments I'm trying to percolate in that mind. If you go there and a young lady sits beside you and you allow her to accompany you, you have to buy her a lady drink. You'll see a bartender, whoever's running the club at the moment or doing the drinks, come by, take her drink order, and of course you'll be required to pay for it. If she is a member of that bar and you are a bar patron, you are required by law, although it's not written, to pay for her lady drink. I think all foreigners are aware of this, and you guys know what lady drinks are. Normally, they're just some watered down, I don't know, drink. It's pretty much watered down, and you pay like 500 pesos for it, depending on where you go, 300, 400, 500 pesos for these particular drinks, and you're required to buy it if this young lady is going to keep you company. Now, if you do not want to buy the lady drink, you should deny the lady company. Basically, if she comes to your table, you just say, no, thank you, I'm good. Because the minute she sits down, it's almost like clockwork. That person is going to come by and ask you, do you want to buy that lady a drink? You have got to make a decision on point. And if she's already sitting down because you've invited her to sit down, you're pretty much already locking yourself into that 500 peso drink. All right? So I think that it's worth noting, guys. If the lady sits down or if she comes to you, you allow her to sit down, guess what? You're going to be required to buy that lady drink. Whether that's a written rule or not, guys, you are going to be required to buy that lady drink. Take a sip real quick. Tasty. Moving on to number 2. This is an unwritten rule that all foreigners need to know. You may have heard other foreigners bring this up in their conversations as well, and Doc is no different. I am not under any circumstances going to let this one go. Guys, whenever the bartender, the barkeeper, whoever brings you your receipt, you pay what is on the receipt. Okay? They are going to ask you to sign the bottom of the receipt. You are not going to sign the bottom of the receipt. You will never know if that person is going to add additional drink orders to your stuff or whatever it is. They're going to tax you and do all this extra shit. And if they do, you cannot object to it. You cannot deny that it is there because guess what? Your John Hancock is signatured at the bottom. So if you're going to buy drinks in the bar, never put your signature on a piece of paper. Pay as you go. Remember that. In the bar, it is always going to be pay as you go. Always going to be pay as you go. All right? That is the second rule that I think that all of my foreigner men need to know. Number three. Although it is prohibited, I believe that sliding your phone number to a young lady at the bar is encouraged. Although it may be prohibited, it is not a written rule that you are not allowed as a bar patron to slide your number to a lady that works at the bar. Okay, let me dive in deep on this one, because I think a lot of my foreigners are going to be able to pick up what the good doc is putting down. All right, so when it comes down to it, I don't know about y'all, and this is for my frequent bar patrons, okay? The guys who don't mind paying the bar fines. But I would never want to pay a bar fine, okay? Never. It's not in my list of things to do. If I was a single man and I was just trying to get it in and have some fun and enjoy my time in the Philippines from that particular spectrum, I would not want to pay bar fines all the time. Those bar fines can be extremely expensive. You know, $3,000, $2,000, $4,500. Probably after COVID, it's going to be like $20,000. No, I'm joking, but it's going to probably be expensive now because they're trying to make up for lost time. So you can expect a bar fine to be expensive. And you know, if you choose to go to the bar every single night, which I hope that you don't, but if you do, again, this is videos for my bar patrons, you know, that money's going to add up, guys. It's going to add up. So if you think about it, the bar takes their cut and then they give the Filipina a cut, or the girl that's working in the bar. And chances are the bar is going to take the lion's share of that money and give the girl the peanuts, okay? So let's say, for example, you do end up casually getting it in, you guys share an intimate moment, and then you leave, and it's just time for her to go or whatever, and you know, you want to give her a tip and shit, or she asks you for a tip or whatever it may be, or however that comes up. You know, you're gonna be like, oh, well, don't the bar pay you and all that stuff? You don't want to be that type of guy, you know, because they're probably giving that girl peanuts, pretty much, okay? So what I encourage you guys to do, this is just me, you do how you want to do you, homie. But for myself, the way that I like to look at it is like this, dude. I'm gonna give that girl my phone number. If I want it that bad, I'm gonna find a way to get it to her. I'm gonna slide it to her, and it has to be inconspicuous and nobody can know. And trust me, if the girl is game, trust me, she will hide that number and make sure nobody finds it, okay? And when 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning comes around, that it's time for her to disembark, and she had not been found out for that day or whatever, and you know, she's got that number in her pocket, and she knows that all the money that she is going to receive from you as the foreigner is going directly into her pocket. Do you honestly believe she's going to object to that? Let me say that one more time. Do you think she's going to object to the fact that all the money she earns that night is going to be all hers and in her pocket? Absolutely not. She ain't got to split that shit with nobody. She ain't got to split that shit with the bar. She ain't got to split that shit with the mama-san. She ain't got to split that shit with nobody. That is going straight into her paquitos. So if that is the case, I can almost guarantee you that a lot more transactions, more successful transactions, will happen outside of the bar than they will happen within the bar. So if you're the type of guy that likes to frequently patron some of these particular bars that I aforementioned, slide a couple numbers. See, for me, what I used to do when I was a kid, before I was, you know, before I found God, and before, you know, I saved myself, you know, I'm going to church tomorrow, so y'all need to work with me. Let me stop saying shit like that, but it's starting to get hot up in here. But anyways, back in the day, what I used to do is, if I stayed at like a hotel or something, what I would do is I would take a whole bunch of those hotel business cards that they have at the front, just grab like 10 of them, and then write my phone number on the back of them. If I knew that I was going to a bar or something, or I was going places, I would use these hotel cards as my business card. So I just write my number on the back of it, slide it to the chick. Hey, it's up to her, man, whether she's gonna call me or not. I'm not saying that you're gonna be guaranteed that that girl's gonna reach out to you. Again, I believe in the numbers game. You know what I'm saying? You talk to about 10 girls, I think that you'll probably have a higher success rate. Maybe 3 of them will hit you up. Maybe none of them will hit you up. But again, the more numbers you put in, the better likely the outcome for you to get some that night will actually be apparent. All right? So the way that I look at it is like this. There is no written rule that you can't slide your phone number to a chick in the bar. So rather than having to do that and go through the bar and pay the bar fine, give her your number, see if she's going to hit you up. And if she hits you up, guarantee she's interested, because there's only one thing she's probably going to be down to do, and that's going to be getting down to get down and then y'all take it from there, man. I'm not here to tell you what you do once that particular situation's occurred, because what happens behind closed doors is none of my business, all right? I'm just trying to figure out how I can get you to the front door. What you do behind them doors ain't got nothing to do with the good doc, all right? So those are my 3 unwritten rules of bar etiquette. I'm gonna have to figure out that title that you guys need to know. Number 1, if she sits down next to you, you are probably gonna have to pay for that lady drink, or you're gonna have to tell her to get up and go. All right. Number 2, never sign your receipts, man. Pay as you go, pay as you go, pay as you go. If you buy a drink, buy the drink, pay for the drink. Every drink you buy, just go ahead and pay for it, man. Just go ahead and pay for it. And number 3, slide that phone number in rather than paying your bar fines. Probably pay off better dividends in the end. You're definitely gonna come out cheaper, for sure. No doubt in my mind. Because I would never pay what the bar fine would pay. That's stupid. If she asks for that, you better reconsider. You'll probably get off cheaper, and she'll probably come off a little bit more in her pockets than she would if she had to go through the bar. You understand? So these are the doc's 3 bar etiquette rules in the Philippines, guys. If you guys enjoyed, please feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the good doc's content. Again, Doc's honest tips, video number 2. More to come. Y'all stay blessed, y'all stay true, man. This has been a good doc. And with that being said, good doc is officially out. At least Nako, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.